Hello, dear friends. I'm Roland Gunther, homeopath in Royston on Vancouver Island, and today I want to tell you a couple of stories in general about the nature and the qualities of healing. And you see, I'm standing here right in front of my compost pile. The compost pile is the heart of the garden, and it has a lot to do with healing. And this is that when we have a problem, a health problem, or whatever problem, emotional problem, or a physical problem, we usually just want to get rid of it. And it's not working well in often. So the problem is that this rejection of what is ties us to what is. And it's very hard to get out of that bind. Yeah, things that we reject, that we don't want to have in our life, they are quite sticky. There's another option. It's simply what every gardener does. The stuff that we don't like, the weeds, the garbage of today, it goes in the compost, and actually it's the fertile soil for the flowers and potatoes of tomorrow. How does that work? Well, it's you know that we lovingly take care of what we don't want, and when we digest it, when the compost pile digests it, then it becomes really the fertile ground in which our future, a beautiful future, can grow on. So it's not about getting rid of. When I get rid of all that stuff that I don't like today, yeah, tomorrow will be poor because there's no fertility in the ground. Yeah. So when I get rid of everything in life that I have a hard time dealing with or don't like, tomorrow will be poor. Whereas tomorrow will be rich when we take care of it and transform it. It's really a transformation from one form into something totally different. When you look at these dandelions and other weeds of today, here, yeah, what we don't like today, it goes here. Um, you don't see what's going to come out of it tomorrow. You don't see the flowers of tomorrow. You don't see what's going to grow tomorrow. And it's the same with our problems. We mostly have no idea how precious they can be when we embrace them and allow them to be transformed. And what transforms? What transforms is our love, is our heart. Our heart is a big transformer. So instead of saying, okay, I don't want that, how do I get rid of it? Maybe another question would be, what do I need in order to take it on, to really um, deal with it and transform it? Because then it enriches me. And this is in life, it's pretty simple, pretty similar to the compost and to the garden. You know, there's things in life that happen and they are just not always comfortable and they can be painful or whatever. But this is precious because, yes, it's not loving the pain. We are not masochists, yeah? But in loving what is, and even if it's pain and suffering, we can open that up, that pain and suffering, and it becomes the door, the gateway that we can go through and touch the energy behind it that makes it grow. And that is what needs to be included. Yeah? And then things turn around. Yeah? So it's an amazing background. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, there's the ravens coming around and the crows are harassing the ravens and just a moment ago, the eagle was passing by. Another thing that's similar, some people are not gardeners, yeah, and then they tell them another story. I tell them a story about vultures. Now, you probably might ask, what have vultures to do with healing and with gardening? Well, actually, a lot. You know, when Vultures take care of what's not alive anymore, but still littering the landscape and lying around in the landscape. So when we do healing work, it's very close to vulture work. It's about flying around in our inner landscape and looking for the leftovers of yesterday that are not yet composted, not yet digested, and then taking care of them, not flying away or getting them to the dump. No, the opposite. Going close to them, looking at them, owning them, saying, yes, this is a part of my past that I still carry around and that's a heavy load and a burden on me, that limits me, makes me heavy, drains me, creates pain and all kinds of stuff. And like the vulture, then really owning it to the degree of ingesting what the vulture does, digesting it, and then the letting go is not a rejection. It happens automatically. You don't need to take care of it anymore. And fly into the future. And then the future can land. And then the future has a place to come. As long as our inner landscape is full with trauma from the past or karma from the past, however you want to call it, this unfinished business of the past, is full with dead bodies that are whose time is over. They are not alive anymore, and still they are lying around. There's not much place. There's not much space for a bright, better, bigger, uh, more precious future, and we need that. There's so much suffering in the world that's going on. We need to take care of the past because the past also has a great compulsive repetition tendency. So when we get hurt and traumatized, we carry stuff from the past with us. There's a high likelihood that we kind of repeat that without wanting it. And whereas when we own it, when we turn towards the problem, own it, this makes us wider, it makes us bigger, that gives us more inner space, and and then the future has more space to come into our world. Yeah, that's why I'm holding here these vulture feathers. Yeah, I found them in a carcass of a sea lion where every day dozens of vultures were sitting. And you might ask, well, they kind of look a little bit like eagle feathers or goose feathers, and they do, but they are a little bit different. Where's my eagle feather? Oh, here, I had it. See, that's an eagle feather. It's very different. It's so much stronger. The stem of the eagle feather has to be, the eagle is a hunter, yeah. So it has to withstand much bigger force in flying and in hunting than the thin stem here of the actually quite a bit smaller vulture feather. And the eagle is often in traditional healing, here, especially from indigenous peoples, the eagle plays a big role. The eagle is the bird of the east. The eagle is the bird where the sun rises. This is the eagle, they say, is close to the creator. Yeah? This brings the vision of the east, of the future into our life. But that vision and these ideas and these bright ideas and beautiful visions of the future need a space where they can land. And that's the work of the healer, of the healing, and that's vulture work, that's gardener's work, that's composting. So I hope that that makes sense and that you enjoyed these little stories. For me, they are soul stories. Yeah, they are more than any trauma theory or anything. They speak to our souls, and we get them. That's the way it is. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Thank you for listening.